Good afternoon. So first, let me introduce myself. My name is Karine Habshi, and I'm going to teach you the ENST 300 course. This course is very original. It contains a lot of concepts, and we are going to combine research to a review of the main courses you have taken in mechanical engineering if you are a mechanical engineer. If you are not a mechanical engineer, don't worry about it because we will repeat all concepts again together so that you don't find any difficulties in the course material. If you want, you can unmute your microphones when talking. Okay, fine. Okay. So first, I will introduce the syllabus. Then I want to let you introduce yourself, and we'll talk in brief. About the project you will do during this semester. So to start with, this course covers the fundamental principles underlying the generation, storage, and delivery of energy. You know that energy exists in several forms, and what is nice is that we can go from one form to the other depending on our needs. Okay, so for example, one of the very simple examples, let's say, you know, for example, if you consider hydropower. Okay, for hydropower, what is the idea? We can just benefit from converting potential energy to kinetic energy. So you have, let's say, water going from high level. So as the water that is stored go from high level to lower level, you have the potential energy stored by water that can be transformed into kinetic energy. And then the kinetic energy can be transformed after to drive turbines, let's say, to turn the blades of turbines. Then we can produce electricity. So we can go from potential energy to kinetic energy to electrical energy. This is a very simple example where we can see how energy can be transformed from one state to the other. So in this course, we will try to see the different forms of energy and how we can convert from one form to the other. We will see that we can go, sometimes we can do it in the reversed way. Let's say we can use electrical energy to drive water, or use the energy of water to produce electricity. So depending on our needs, the same application can be used in reversed way. What is also important is not only the energy generation, but also how we can store it, because you know that sometimes we have excess of energy and we will need it after. So it's important also that when we have excess of energy, to know how we store it, to use it when we need it. So we will also introduce what are the techniques that can be used to store energy. So already, for example, if we consider the field of building construction, you know that when we, it's very good to have passive buildings. So when we build the new buildings now, we try to, as much as possible, to have passive techniques to store energy. And in this way, we can reduce the use of electricity, reduce the use of fuel that have high cost, and at the same time we have shortage of fuel and shortage of electricity. So this is why it's very important to go to renewable energy. And in this course, we will introduce several types of renewable energy: solar energy, hydropower, wind energy, etc. So in passive buildings, for example, of course, you know now that one of the passive techniques that we can use are PV, that we put in order to store the solar energy. We are using this a lot in Lebanon because we have problems of electricity, but also these techniques on the long term will save a lot of money, because you just put a certain investment, you have some maintenance, but we'll see how we do an economical study at the end of this course to make sure that any project that we are going to propose is also economically viable. Okay, so let's say we can play with the building envelope, we can add several layers, to reduce heat loss between the inner and outer space, etc. So all of these techniques also will be discussed because we need to not only generate energy, but also we want to see how we can store it and how we can deliver. So this course will introduce the variable techniques of energy productions, including fossil fuels and renewable energies. So we'll start first with fossil fuels because this is currently it's still the major source of energy, but it has a lot of problems because we have a high cost, we have a very bad effect on the environment, and it's not only important to study the economical side when we propose any project. If you want, we should also make sure that it will not cause very harmful effect to the environment. So after introducing fossil fuels and introducing their disadvantages, we'll go to the different ways of the different forms of renewable energy, such as wind power, solar energy, hydropower, etc. And then we'll see what are the different engineering, if you want, systems that rely on renewable energy and how we can save a lot of money and protect the environment using these techniques. And as we said, the course will also discuss energy storage because we should take into account that sometimes when we have excess of energy, we can store it to use it. On a very simple example, for example, in Lebanon, you know, in Bekaa, between day and night, the difference in temperature is very, very high. So during the day, you can store solar energy and you don't need it. Maybe you have excess of it and you can use it then during night because during night you have low temperatures. So you can, in the same day, profit from the excess between day and night. So we'll see also how these techniques will affect the environment and what is the environmental and economical impact on energy generation and delivery. In addition, in this course, we will introduce, this course will tackle students of different backgrounds. So don't worry if you are not an engineer. As I said, I will repeat all concepts to make the course simple for you. We'll have a certain, if you want, summary of what you need for this course. All concepts in thermodynamics, let's say, and fluid mechanics that you will need to understand the material of this course. And we will introduce different engineering systems as photovoltaic cells, wind power, batteries, nuclear power. We'll introduce fundamentals of fluid and thermal physics and mechanics in order to give you all you need to understand the topics of this course. Please stop me if you have any question, okay? Do you have a problem? Are you hearing me well, or there is a problem in the voice?
No, we can hear you well.
Okay, fine. Anyway, don't worry. I have a YouTube playlist where all recordings and they are clear and it will be provided for you. You can anytime go over all lectures. And also, because this course is online, I prepared a recorded PowerPoint presentation. So you have both recorded PowerPoint and you have lectures, live lectures recorded. Okay, so you have access to anything you need. Okay. Now, you have a lot of textbooks that can be references for this course, but the slides are enough. In the slides, everything you need is provided. In case you are interested in knowing extra information, you have several references that you can go over. We have a lot of references here because this course, as you can see, will tackle different topics. We need to have a little bit knowledge of thermodynamics, of fluid mechanics, of different types of renewable energies. But as I told you, don't worry, everything will be explained from zero. So you don't have to have a very important background. So even if you are, like, let's say, a student of economics, you can go with this course. Don't worry about it. Now, the main course objectives are the following. So first, we will provide you with the fundamental scientific principles that govern the generation of energy and its use in society, and will introduce you to very diverse ways of generating, storing, and delivering energy, and will develop an appreciation of the environmental and economical issues that need to be addressed on the use of energy in modern life. So as I told you, in the final part of this course, we'll do like a chapter on economical study. So let's say you are proposing a engineering system to work to store energy or to generate energy. You should make sure that your project is economically viable. So even if your idea is very original and very important on the scientific side, if it will not pay back the money you will invest, you will not go for it. This is why it's very important to do an economical study whenever we propose a system to be implemented. And then we will see what are the costs. We'll study the value of money with time. So to know what is the payback period. We know the payback period is the time needed to just get the money you invested, and of course taking into account the value of money with time. Because if you invest on 10 years, you cannot predict that if you want, the value of the money will be the same. Of course, you have several factors to take into account. So we'll study this in a chapter considering the different economical impact that we should consider. And also, what is very important in this course is how to write a research paper, because we'll have a project, and the project will be around 30% of your grade, 35% of your grade. So I will give you all details that are needed to complete your research paper. And I am open to any topic you are interested in. Just it should be related to energy. So you can propose anything you want. And also I will propose for you several possible topics for your project. And starting from next time, we'll talk together about what are the things needed to complete the research paper. And you can start to think about a topic that interests you. So as I told you, I will propose for you several possible topics. And also I'm open to any topic that is that you are interested in. You can just propose it to me and I can help you to go for it. Now, concerning the different chapters that will be covered in this course, we have 8 chapters. So we'll start with an introduction to energy and science. We'll see, if you want, the history of energy from beginning to until current days. And we'll see how energy can be transformed in different ways. So the history will tell you that already we have seen energy in several forms, and we worked on converting from one form to the other. In the second chapter, we'll introduce thermal energy, and we'll do a small review of thermodynamics in order to introduce after steam power plants and gas turbines. So we'll study their cycles and see how energy is transformed and how we can improve the efficiency of power plants. We'll also go over energy from fossil fuels to know what are the disadvantages of this type of energy and why we have a need to replace it. From here, we'll introduce renewable energy as hydropower, wind energy, solar energy. And finally, as I told you, we'll have a certain economical analysis to say if we can go for a project or not. So if any system that is proposed is economically viable or not, because even as we said, if it's very good for the environment and it's scientifically it's very original, it's not enough. It should pay back the money we put in order to go for it. Okay. For example, I give you the example of PV cells. For PV cells, at the beginning, the cost was very, very high. So no one will invest if he will not save the money. So this is why we did a lot of research on PV cells, how to increase their efficiency, to make them economically viable. And now, for example, now they are used a lot because of the, if you want, the research that was done in order to improve their performance and have a high efficiency, which will make them viable economically, because you will have a relatively shorter payback period. Before, the payback period was very long, so no one will invest. However, when you have a short payback period and the system has a high efficiency, anyone will go for it. Now, at the end of the course material, I hope that you will have a clear understanding of the variable means of energy production and their environmental impact. And we'll see how we can design a system for energy generation, how we can do analysis of its benefits, limitation, and economic implication. And we'll have a basic knowledge of energy storage and delivery methods and their associated economic and technical constraints and their use in respective applications. Now, concerning the resources, as I told you, you have several textbooks, but slides are already enough. On Moodle, you have all lectures posted. In addition, you have for each chapter problems to practice on. We'll do together also assignments to help you in to practice with problems, and we'll do always live sessions to help you if you face any difficulties in the course material. Concerning the office hours, I am ready anytime you want. You can just organize an appointment and we go for it. So anytime that is convenient for you, just you can talk with me. You can send me an email or feel free to send me a WhatsApp message whenever you want. We can do a meeting if you need anything. Okay, and of course during class time always we'll have live sessions together. Now I would like to know more about you. What is your academic background and why you selected this course? So let me start with Adel. Is Adel with us? So I will start here with Amanda. Amanda, do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, Professor.
Okay, Amanda, can you please, so each one of you, please tell me what is your academic background and why you selected this course.
Okay, so engineering student, and energy track is not gonna be my track. I'm more towards about renewable energy, and I took the biosphere course, the part, and I've entered some hackathon related to that. Yeah, I'm taking it mainly because in the future I won't have the chance.
Okay, Amanda, thank you so much. Angelina?
Yes, it's lagging a bit. I need to specify my background and why I chose this
Okay,
course, right?
Yes, I will mute my microphone. Yes, exactly, Angelina.
Okay, so it's my 4th year of mechanical engineering, and I chose to take this course because I'm interested in energy and renewable energy, and I've never took a course related to that. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to see if I'm interested in this track and if I could pursue something related to that later on. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Aya?
Yes, hi. I'm also a mechanical E4 student, and I took the course to get a better look at what an energy course looks like, to know if I want to continue in this domain or not.
Okay, great, thank you. Christopher?
Hello, I'm a 4th year mechanical engineer, and I would like to continue my studies. I would like to do a master in sustainable energy. That's why I took the course.
Okay, great, Christopher. Yes, if you want also, you can do your project on sustainable energy, okay? So feel free to propose any idea that you are interested in. Now I will tell you that during the first week now, I want you to just do a brainstorming, and I will post for you several possible topics. You can go over them, read about these topics, and if not interested in one of them, you can suggest. So for example, for Christopher, you can go for sustainable energy as a possibility, okay? Hassan Darwish. Hassan,
Hello.
do you hear me? Hello.
Yeah. Fourth year mechanical engineering student. I took this course because I was told it was relatively low workload and seems to be relevant to what I want to continue in my career.
Okay, Hassan, thank you. It's now already Amanda and Angelina, Aya. It's Jana.
Yes, hello. I'm an energy studies master's student, first year. I did my undergrad in chemistry at FAS, and I'm choosing this course as it is a core course and it seems very interesting.
Thank you, Jana. Jihad. Jihad, do you hear me?
He wrote on the chat that there's so much noise he can't speak.
Ah, okay. It's fine. Jose Maria.
Yes, hello. I'm also a master's student in energy studies, and I did my bachelor in physics, and also it's a core course for me, and I think it's interesting too.
I hope so. Okay. Karam Gaddar.
Hello, I'm a fourth year mechanical engineering student, and I took this course because I'm interested to learn more about energies. And I think sustainability is one of the most talked about topics nowadays.
Thank you, Karam. Kar.
Hello. So I'm a fourth year mechanical engineering student, and I chose this course because I'm planning on working in the energy sector and more specifically in renewable energy and like sustainable buildings. So I believe this course will give me a lot of knowledge about my field of interest.
Okay, thank you. Leia?
Yes, hi, I'm Leia. And basically, pretty much like everyone else, I took the course because I'm super interested in energy, especially renewable energies. And I'd really like to explore the economic analysis aspect of it as well. And also, I'm a fourth year mechanical engineering student.
Thank you. Michelle? Michelle Monzer, do you hear us? Michelle? So let's go for Muhammad. Muhammad Maulawi.
Hi, I finished my mechanical engineering at Beirut University, continuing my master's program in energy. So it's one of the main courses to see and to develop my knowledge about it.
Okay, thank you, Muhammad. Santina?
Yes, hi. I'm also a fourth year mechanical student. I'm interested in energy and specifically solar energy. So I'm taking this course and solar electricity at the same time because that's what I want to do.
Okay, thank you. Yara?
Hello. I'm also, as everyone here, a fourth year mechanical engineering student. I chose this course because out of all the tracks that are available to us, the energy track is the one I'm interested in the most. And I hope to master in sustainable energy once I graduate.
Okay, so thank you so much. And I hope you will enjoy this course. As I told you, I want you to think for this week about a research topic that is interesting for you. So we can start, if you want, from next week, selecting the topics so that you can start in parallel with the course material, because the project will take maybe, will take time. So to not have enough time for you, I prefer to start from the beginning of the semester. You know that now maybe you still have some free times after you will have exams and duties. So try to do it, to start doing your project from now in order to save time after to study for your exams. Okay. In general, I'm flexible in time with you, so I will try to help you as much as possible. But I advise you to finish your research paper within 1 month. We can start to do the presentations on the different research topics within 1 month from now. In this way, you will be done with it. So this will be easier for you. Okay. And we'll have also a midterm and a final exam. We'll do a lot of problems together. We'll do, as I told you in live sessions, we'll do practice and I will go over your questions if you have any questions about the material. In general, the way I give the course, because I found out that this way was efficient in my previous years. So what we can do is that you have a full YouTube playlist for the course material. We'll assign for each week the videos that you are responsible for. And in the live session, we'll do problems related to these videos. And at the same time, you can ask all your questions in case anything is not clear for you. Okay. So for next week, I just want you to go over, I already on Moodle posted for you different links for important research topics that you can go over. You can have some readings, and in case you have in mind an idea, you can just propose it to me. As I told you, you can contact me anytime, so feel free to send me a WhatsApp message anytime. I don't have any problem. I can answer you if the topic is fine. And then next week we'll discuss what are the different parts of your research paper and how to write, to write it in a form of a journal paper, and then we can start with the material. Okay. Any question?
Professor, is the project group work or individual?
Can you just please repeat?
Is the project group work or individual?
Look, the voice is lagging a little bit. Can you type it in the chat, please?
Yes, I did.
Okay, yalla, I will check. You can do, yes, of course, you can have group work. Okay, you can do it on your own if you want, and you can do you have groups of 2 or 3. I don't mind, but of course, if you do higher the number of persons in the group, this means that I expect more work, of course. Okay, so because I put a grade on the work per person, and I consider that, let's say, if it's 1 person, I don't expect to have the same work as I have a group. So if you like to work on your own, it's fine for me. If you like to do groups, also it's fine. Okay. Now concerning, we can have on campus office hours, of course. Anytime needed, I can go for office hours. Okay. We can do them not only during class time. If you are at the university, we can just talk together and say what time is convenient for you. Okay. And also, if you prefer to do live sessions, also I don't mind. I can go to the university and do it there. But let us do this experience for this week. I want you to try to go over the lectures. If you find that you prefer live sessions, I don't mind. But because from previous experience, a lot of students, 100% of students were satisfied with the videos. And because already some students asked me by email if we can do it online, because they are not able to go to the university each week. Okay. So look, I'm very flexible. We can let us see, let us do the experience for 1-2 weeks. And then, as I told you, we can have office hours on campus. We can do like sessions on campus. Whatever you feel better, we can do. Okay. Any other question? Okay. So as I told you, just think about a possible research topic so that next time we can decide on the groups and on the different research topics that you will go over, so that we can introduce, if you want, the outline of the research paper you will write, and then you can start with the work on your project from now. Okay. Thank you for your time. Everything will be posted on Moodle. You have already access to Moodle or not yet? Okay, so whenever you have access to Moodle, you will see that the different research topics with links are suggested, and you can do some readings. So this is the first, in forums part, you have this. You have a file for course material. In course material, you can find the PowerPoints that we go over. You have also a part of recorded PowerPoint. Okay. Concerning the capacity, I don't mind. Yani, for me, it's okay. As long as the department will say okay. So I will open a capacity if they accept. Okay. Okay. So as I was telling you, you have PowerPoints for the different slides. You have recorded PowerPoints, so you can go over them. Or if you prefer live lectures, and I suggest for you live lectures, because of course for in live lectures recordings you have questions of students, and in these live lectures I had a class where students ask a lot, so you have nearly all possible questions that you can think about that are present there. So this will be helpful for you. So I advise you to go over the video. And also I have videos for correction of all problems. And also in addition to this, I would suggest for you new problems, and we'll solve them together during live sessions to practice more, so you can ask your questions and you can do extra practice on the material. Okay, so that's it. And I repeat, whenever you need anything, you can contact me anytime. Okay. Any other question before we stop? Okay, thank you guys. See you next time. Bye bye.